All right, let's talk about the skin. The skin is, of course, the largest organ in the human body. Not the largest internal, the largest overall. The largest internal is the liver, but the largest organ in the body is the skin. And if we want to draw the transverse section of the skin, this is how easy it is. You draw a straight line, not completely straight, give some gaps, go again for the second, give some gap, and you end this way. Between in the first gap, we are going to bring the hair follicle through that. So the hair follicle is space in our skin where the hair grows, and after that comes the hair always has this oily feel because there is a gland here which supplies lubrication to the hair follicle. So this is called the sebaceous gland. It will be labeled later. Then at this other region, if you've actually made the hair follicle come out from the first, in the second region, you're going to create this sweat pore, which is where our sweat is normally produced and generated. And it goes like this. You gradually begin to close in the circle and move it together like a coil. Good. Now that right here is our sweat pore, and at the base is the sweat gland, while at the base of this one is the root of the hair. Okay, these two structures are the most important, and then to draw the skin becomes easy. We are now going to have three smaller layers of the skin. These three smaller layers make up the epidermis, which is the outer layer of the skin. This is layer 1. This is layer 2. You can differentiate. You can make it different from the layer 1 with a little fill here. And then the third layer. These three layers I've drawn are all parts of the epidermis, the outer layer of the skin. So these three are the conified layer. The middle layer is the granular layer. And the last but not the least is the malpighian layer. Okay, which means that if these three layers make up the epidermis, whatever you find below that makes up the dermis. Conified layer is made up of mostly dead cells. The granular layer has living cells. The malpighian layer contains the pigment or color of the skin. Now, littered around the skin are nerve endings. When I mean nerve endings, I mean your touch receptor, your pain receptor, your heat receptor. They are all part of the nervous system that communicates your external environment to the skin, to the brain. Sorry. So in other words, I'm saying that you should take note. The nerve cell closest to the surface of the skin is the touch receptor, otherwise called the pain receptor. That's the nerve ending that is most close to the surface of the skin. Your hair follicle has the ability to both rise and fall depending on the weather and how the brain controls it. So in other words, you notice we have goose pimples during cold weather. The hairs on our skin stand out so tough, while on sunny days it falls and slips, allowing more sweat to leave the skin. So what controls that pulling are some muscles called the erector muscles. And then after the erector muscles, we now have fatty cells stacked up underneath the surface of our skin. So just like we said, fats are stored at the skin. So this is where fatty cells are stored at the layers of our skin. After which we may still have blood. We have blood capillaries flowing. These are blood capillaries bringing blood to the skin, just like it's taking blood to any other part of the body. So this is the well-detailed diagram of the skin. I do not have space, so this is erector muscles. This I mentioned is the sebaceous gland. This hollow here I mentioned is the sweat pore. At the tip here is the sweat gland itself. These are the fatty cells. This is the root of hair. Good. Well, once you have understood the drawing of the skin, the next thing you should worry about are the diseases of the skin, the functions of the skin, and the possible remedies. You have a great time.